Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to learn using trigonometric inverses to find angle measures. We already learned how to find the trigonometric ratios of sine, cosine and tangent. Today we are going to learn how can we use inverse of trigonometric function to find the measure of the angle. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start this topic, I would like to put a note here. Inverse of trigonometric function helps you, inverse of trigonometric function helps you to find the measure of an angle. Alright, look at this. What are the measure of angle A and measure of angle B? Let me try to find first measure of angle B. Can you please tell me, by using angle B, which trigonometric function is going to help you to find the ratio of 1 and 4? Sine B is going to be equal to, because remember sine function is opposite over hypotenuse, is equal to 1/4, right? But I am looking for the measure of angle B. Now we are going to use inverse of trigonometric function. Inverse of trigonometric function means you are going to get the sine function to the other side as an inverse of sine function, which means that measure angle B is going to be equal to sine to the power -1, which means that inverse of sine function over the 1/4. To be able to find the measure of angle, you need to use TI calculator. And also I'm going to teach you how to use TI calculator. Sine inverse 1/4 is an angle. Let's find that. As you see here, this is one of the TI calculators. Before finding the angle, make sure that your mode is degree. If it is radian, then you are going to find different answers. So this is the degree one. Now we can find sine inverse 1/4. To be able to get the sine inverse, you need to click the second and sine. Now sine inverse, what is the ratio? 1/4, right? 1/4. If you click this, this is your angle. You can get two decimal places, 14 point, and you can also round to the nearest hundredth. You can get 14.48 is your measure of angle B. So if you go back to question, we found this value 14.48 approximately. So measure angle B is 14.48. So if this angle is 14.48, remember that what is the measure of interior angle? What is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle? Is 180. So measure angle A plus measure angle B plus 90 is going to be equal to 180. Did I find the measure of angle B? Of course I found that. Substitute 14.48. Measure angle A is going plus, if we add them up, 90 plus 14.48, then you will get 104.48, which is equal to 180. If we subtract 104.48 from both sides, then you will get measure angle A will be equal to, this is going to be 0, 0. You can subtract 10 minus 8 is 2, 9 minus 4 is 5, 9 minus 4 is 5, 75.52. So this is the measure of angle A. Next question. What is the measure angle P? As I told you, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to find angle, we need to use inverse operation of trigonometric function. So let me find the measure of angle P. Which trigonometric function is going to give the ratio of 2 and 3? What is that? Tangent P. What is the tangent P? Opposite over adjacent. 2 over 3. To be able to find the angle of P, what is the measure of angle P? You need to use inverse operation. So measure angle P is going to become tangent to the power of -1, which means that inverse of tangent 2/3. To be able to get the measure of this angle, we need to use TI calculator. Let's use it. What was that? Second tangent, what was my ratio? 2/3. 2 over 3, and if you calculate, you will get 33.69006. If you round this, you will get 33. If you round this to the nearest hundredth, you will get 33.69. So this is going to become 33.69. So the measure angle P is approximately 33.69. Now I need to find measure angle Q. You can, if you want, you can use the inverse operation of trigonometric function, or remember that what is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. You can use this idea to find measure angle Q. So measure angle Q plus measure angle P plus 90 is going to become 180. We already found the measure of angle P, which is 33.69 plus 90 plus measure angle Q, which is equal to 180. If you combine this, you will get measure angle Q plus 123.69 is equal to 180. If you subtract 123.69 from both sides, you will get that measure angle Q is going to become, this is 0, 0. If you subtract two decimal numbers, 10 minus 9 is 1, 9 minus 6 is 3, 9 minus 3 is 6, and 7 minus 2 is 5. So 56.31 is the measure of angle Q. Next question. Use the triangle ABC to find the trigonometric ratio for sine A, cosine A, and tangent A. For the next question, use the triangle ABC to find the measure angle B. So remember that, ladies and gentlemen, sine A. What was the sine function? How can I find the trigonometric ratio? Opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is 5 over radical 34. Remember that we don't like leaving the denominator with the radical sign. That's the reason we need to multiply both numerator and the denominator by radical 34. Then the answer is going to be 5 radical 34 over 34. What about the cosine A? Remember that, ladies and gentlemen, cosine function is adjacent over hypotenuse, radical 34. Same thing, we don't leave the denominator with the radical sign. That's why multiply both numerator and the denominator by radical 34. Then the answer will be 3 radical 34 over 34. The last one is tangent. Tangent A is opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent, which means 5 over 3, and this is your answer. In the second part, we are going to use inverse of trigonometric function. Find the measure angle B. You can use any trigonometric function for this question. I would like to use tangent B. Tangent B. What was the tangent B? Opposite over adjacent, right? Opposite 3 over adjacent 5. Now, to be able to get this measure of angle B, you need to get inverse of tangent function. So measure angle B is going to become tangent to the power -1, which means that inverse of tangent 3 over 5, right? Now we need to use TI calculator. So second tangent 3 over 5, right? Yes, 3 over 5. So then the answer will be, if you round to the nearest 100, you will get 30.96 is going to be your answer. So this is going to be measure angle B will be equal to 30.96. 30.96 approximately. So this is how we are finding measure of angle by using inverse of trigonometric function.